All right. Hey, guys, I'm going to bring someone out. We've been sharing awakening stories all weekend, and so this is my friend Zach. Zach, just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and we want to meet you.
All right. Like you said, I'm Zach Humrichouser. I'm from Worcester. I'm a junior at Worcester High School, and I run cross country and track.
Cool. I do not run cross country and track, but I'm glad you do. Well, anyway, I'm assuming that since you're up here, you're a Christ follower. I think that's kind of been a common thread you've seen here. So tell us, when did you start following Christ? What did that look like in your life, or how long have you been walking with Jesus?
I accepted Christ in my life this summer going into my freshman year. I started attending our Grace Church in Worcester, and I met with Ben Framstead one afternoon, and we just talked about life, and he connected my life to the gospel and just shared with me how Jesus wanted a relationship with me. And I felt at that time that was the best decision I could make, and I really wanted to do it. So I prayed right there with Ben to accept Christ in my life before I got into high school. So
cool. And we've had people sharing moments kind of where the lights went on, or where they just realized that there was something more that God needed from their life. What was that moment in your walk with Christ where you just kind of had an awakening moment?
Well, my awakening moment was definitely the Philadelphia missions trip this past summer. Before the missions trip, I was not really big in sharing the gospel with others. It was easy for me to talk to people who already had a strong faith, but to talk to those that didn't have one, I kind of wanted to ignore that thought. So in Philly, one night we were talking to the homeless, and one of my friends, who is now my girlfriend, was talking to a person named Wayne. And Wayne had his own beliefs, but Aaron was really determined to change him, and was really determined to share the gospel with him. And I kind of stood off to the side and kind of threw in a couple words here and there, but I was afraid. And I know that our verse during the trip was Luke 9:23, which talks about going all in. So that night, I prayed to God to continue to give me opportunities, not just the easy ones, but the hard ones, so that I could share my faith and grow out of my comfort zone. And the rest of the week, the results were instant. I was able to connect with all the kids at the Bible school we were helping out with. I was able to talk to the parents. And for the first time, I was able to share my testimony with someone we just met, or a person I did not know at the track we were running at. So that was probably my awakening moment.
Cool. Well, I know that many of the student ministries here go on trips, do different things in the summer, and I know the heart of those is not just that you're going to that one spot, but you can bring those things back home. Since you've had that moment, since you've kind of developed a heart for ministry and those skills, what does that look like translating back to your home church? What are you involved in now?
Well, right now, I'm just encouraging others to join me in in the efforts around the church. I help out with Homework Club, where we help under-resourced families, children, just teach them about the gospel and help them with homework and just be a support group for them. And then at my school, I'm constantly trying to be in people's lives, either praying for them or getting them to attend church. I've been able to get a couple of my friends to come to church and even some to join my small groups. So it's a continuing process, and it just keeps getting better every day.
Cool. Well, this has definitely been a weekend of breakthroughs and people taking steps in growth. Some people for the first time accepting Christ, others just asking, God, what's my next step? What do you want for me? You've got a crowd of a lot of people here, and some of them are in your shoes, maybe where you were a year or two ago. What would you say to them? What would you say, knowing what you've been through and where God's brought you?
Well, I know Clayton used Michael Jordan as an example yesterday, and a quote from him is, limits like fears are often just an illusion. And I know a lot of you made first-time commitments, or you recommitted, or maybe you just want to break a bad habit. When you go back home tonight, tomorrow, it's really going to be tough because there's going to be so many temptations that are going to come your way. But I know that each and one of you has a talent to help serve, whether you're a really good speaker, maybe you're just a nice person, or maybe you're really artistic. And I know we all have those talents, and I know you guys can all awaken your talents.
Cool. Well, you guys thank Zach for sharing his story today. And as we'll leave here, we're going to have a chance to worship with Exodus now. So will you welcome them to the stage, and let's begin to worship and move on our session.